Welcome to Treon's Realm. Today we're going to take a look at the physical releases for Attack on Titan 2, as well as Attack on Titan 2 Final Battle. Now, Attack on Titan 2 was released in March of 2018 and covered the first 2 seasons of the anime. A thing to note about both versions is that there was not an English dub released for this. This is 100% the Japanese version with English subtitles, or an English language translation. Now, Attack on Titan 2, the original release, came out and it was 15.7 gigabytes, which means that they put it onto a 16 gigabyte cartridge. In the case of Attack on Titan 2 Final Battle, basically what this game is it is exactly the same as the first game, as well as the entirety of the Season 3 content. This means that while the first game covered Seasons 1 and 2, Final Battle adds in all of the Season 3 content, and if you've seen the series, you know that that adds in quite a bit. Now, Final Battle comes to a 20.1 gigabyte file. Now, here's the interesting thing. If you have an Attack on Titan 2, just the base version, you can purchase the Final Battle upgrade, and that'll cover you, and you will not need to buy the secondary version, or the physical of the Final Battle version. The catch is that the Final Battle content is $40. Now, if you wait for a sale, you can get the Final Battle cartridge for that price or less. Now, I found out some interesting stuff while doing research for this. In the case of Attack on Titan 2, with that being a 15.7 gigabyte file, on the eShop it claims that the upgrade for Final Battle is 4.4 gigabytes. Now, if you add the two of those together, you get the 20.1 that is included in the cartridge. Interestingly, when you put in either version, you'll be prompted for an update that gets installed into the Switch system. And this update will total 2.4 gigabytes, which means that a lot of the Season 3 content, about half of the upgrade, is already on the cartridge. Oddly, if you have Attack on Titan 2 and you put in the cartridge for Final Battle, there's no difference. Your Nintendo Switch will not know the difference between the two, aside from the additional content that's tagged in the cartridge. You'll have the same icon, you'll have the same update data, even your save files all transfer over, and you can go back and forth. So if you take your save file and you put in either cartridge, it'll play normally either way. In the case of the Final Battle cartridge, that simply has the unlock for the downloadable content already on there, which means when you put the cartridge in, you'll have access to all the Season 3 content, no additional charge. In the case of the original game, that content is there, but you have to pay for the unlock. So any way you slice it, I would have to say your better bet would be to go with Attack on Titan 2 Final Battle in physical form. As for the game itself, I enjoyed the hell out of it. It comes from Omega Force, which is the same team from Koei Tecmo that works on series such as like the Dynasty Warriors and Hyrule Warriors. If I had to describe it, I would say you get a lot of the epic battles that you get from like Hyrule Warriors, but the combat is more methodical and feels a bit more like Spider-Man with the ODM gear, or omnidirectional movement gear as they call it in the series. Some complain that the gameplay gets a little repetitive. I personally didn't have a problem with it, but it's also not the type of game that you're going to binge endlessly. You're going to hop in, play a couple missions, and then you're going to hop out. It's a pretty long game, so I wouldn't recommend just trying to dominate and just push your way through it all in one sitting. If you're a fan of the anime, I gotta say this is probably one of the better adaptations of an anime into a video game I've personally ever played. Anytime I go back and watch the show, I instantly want to play this, and it gives you that exact feeling of being a part of the show. And one of the nice things about the story is that you play as your own user-created character, and you're playing alongside the events of the show. And in some cases, you're actually experiencing things that happen in a different spot that isn't shown in the show. So you're interacting with characters that aren't on screen and getting to see a different aspect of the battle. All told, if you're an Attack on Titan fan, I'd recommend this one. And if you're gonna go physical, there's really no choice. You gotta go with the Final Battle version. It is the superior version, and it's the better deal cost-wise. What are your feelings on Attack on Titan? Have you played the game? Do you watch the series? Do you like it? Let us know in the comments down below. If you liked this video and it helped you out, please subscribe and hit that like button. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you guys later.